Here is an EOAlive LeGrand story.
What's up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy, and I am here with Grande Police Detective Jason Hayes, and we're going to talk a little bit about this year's Shop with a Cop. Mr. Hayes, let's tell the public a little bit about you.
Sure. Well, I'm Jason Hayes. I'm the lieutenant now with the police department. I was the detective sergeant, but recently was promoted. So I've worked 22 years for the Grande Police Department, and that's the only agency that I've ever worked for. And I plan on retiring from this agency, not for a while, but I'm happy here and also happy that I can coordinate the Shop with a Cop program.
Do you so when you say you started your career, I mean 22 years ago,
Yes.
Did you always want to be a cop?
I did not always want to be a cop. My dad was a cop. He was with the Oregon State Police. But I graduated high school wanting to get into the medical field, and I went into the Navy and spent 4 years in the Navy as a hospital corpsman. And it wasn't until I got out of the Navy that I really had a desire that medical was not right for me, and that I did want to pursue a career in law enforcement.
How long have you been involved with the Shop with a Cop program?
Since its conception with our agency. So I've always been the coordinator. We were approached, we weren't the first ones to have this program. And my lieutenant at the time, Derek Reddington, had heard about this program that another agency was doing. And in 2009, and that was in 2008. And so in 2009, we developed the program here. Me and at the time, Scott Franks, he's now retired. And we put the program together, and I've been the chairman of the program ever since.
Yeah, you bring up the name Scott Franks. That brings up a lot of memories. I like that guy.
He's wonderful.
He's got a special place in my heart. So Shop with a Cop, this year, tell me about was there anything different because of coronavirus?
Yeah, this year was different. One, we were fortunate that we could still do the program under the restrictions. Now, typically in the last 11 years that we did it, we've always had an event day where we went around, picked up all the kids from school, and we took them to Walmart in a group, and they got to shop with their officer. We all ate together. We had volunteers wrap their presents. But because of this year of the restrictions, we changed it so that what we did is I met with all the families to make sure it was okay that their child participated in this event. And then I partnered an officer with each child, and they just worked out a time to pick them up from home that worked best for the officer and the family. So it was very individual this year. And so the officers contacted the parents, made a date and time to pick up the kids. And so the officer would go pick up the child in the police car and take them to Walmart, where they got $150 to go shopping for their immediate family. And then they got to buy something for themselves as well. And then the officer took them to eat at wherever at their choice. Now, because of COVID restrictions, there was no dine-in eating. And so we let the kids pick drive-through of their choice. And most of them picked McDonald's. And afterwards, the officer and the child went to the police department where they ate their dinner or lunch together. And then they wrapped their presents together. So a lot of one-on-one time between the officer and the selected child, which worked out really well under the circumstances. That one-on-one time worked really well. And then we were able to, by doing it this way, be flexible to any changes that came from CDC or anything on COVID mandates and restrictions. So we had 10 kids this year instead of our normal 15, just so that we could do it, have enough volunteers, but maintain our social distancing and make it work no matter what.
So tell me about your kid in particular. How was it? Like, describe your kid and your event,
Yeah.
your eyes.
Yeah. So I had 2 kids this year. So we do select kids from grades 1 through 6. So I had a 5th grader and a 6th grader. So I had 2 of the older kids in the group. It was a wonderful experience. in the 12 years I've been doing this, I have yet to have a single negative experience with the Shop with a Cop program. The kids are super excited, very talkative, very comfortable with me. As an officer, we talked a little bit about police work if they had questions, but more it's about them and just getting to know them and them recognizing that we're human and that we're approachable and that we're a safe person for them if needed in the future. And, you know, my kids, they shop for all kinds of things for their family, which made it a fun experience. I should have been wearing a pedometer because I got a lot of steps in walking around Walmart.
That's funny.
Yeah.
How are the kids chosen?
So I give certain criteria to the schools, and I let the school counselors choose the kids for me. It just makes it easier because the school counselors know the kids and the kids who would benefit the most from our program. And that's been the same way all 12 years that we've done it.
So moving forward with this, how can people help? Where can they send money?
Yeah, this program would not work without the community support from citizens and local businesses that we have. So anybody who wants to donate can, in any amount that they would like to. And all they need to do is make a donation to the Grande Police Department Shop with a Cop program. And you can come to the front counter and make your donation, or you can mail it in at our business address, 1109 K Avenue here in La Grande. And anybody that has any questions about the program can certainly contact me at the police department. The easiest way to get hold of me is on my phone at my desk phone number, 541-963-1017.
So this program, and I talk about this a lot on my show, on my sports show. This program addresses a gamut of issues that we're facing in society today. The mental health of kids. I mean, the mental health of kids is struggling right now because of coronavirus, and this lifts that up. B, the separation between police and citizens. Right. I mean, it feels like in the last 10 years that has, you know, the space has gotten wider, and this is making that smaller. And then the last thing is doing something for somebody you don't know. And so everybody's winning across the board, it seems like to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that I really love about this program that makes it different than anything else really out there is this is a chance for the child to buy presents for their family. And there's a lot of charitable organizations that really help these families out, but it's providing things to the kids. But this is letting the kids actually have the ability to buy something for their family. And most of them have never had the ability to do that before. And so it's a fun experience for them. And what I've found over the last 12 years as well is when we surprise the kids and let them know that they can buy something for themselves as well, they're really hesitant to do so. Their spirit is to buy for somebody else instead of themselves. So it's a very unselfish thing. And it's really fun to see the kids in this environment. And it positively impacts everybody, not only the police officers, but all of our volunteers, the citizens and businesses that support this program, the kids. But over the last 12 years, we've served 175 kids. And typically the kids buy for 4 to 5 immediate family members. So over the years, that's over 700 family members that have been positively impacted, besides just the kids themselves, which is what it's about. It's about the kids and their families, and it's a bonus that it's a reward for us to be involved in something that we're not criticized about. It's fun, it's positive, and it's our ability to build, you know, relationships with our community and our
absolutely school. And for you guys, it's a break from the day-to-day stresses of your job.
Absolutely.
Super stressful job. Seems like a win-win to me.
It is a win-win.
Yeah.
I said this last year, in my 22 years, and that, you know, that's all policing. I've been a detective and a child abuse investigator and a drug detective and a patrolman and a sergeant, and now I'm in administration. And the most rewarding thing in my entire 22-year career is the Shop with a Cop program.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. He's LeGrand Police LeGrand Police Lieutenant Jason Hayes. I'm Dodsey. Thank you, Eastern Oregon. That's all we got for you, and we're out.